My name is Juho, and I will be showing you how people buy drugs online in Finland, and we will be touching on PIETS as well, and I will show how to reach customers or how to reach people who use drugs and PIETS through Tor network. So a little bit about our project. I'm the coordinator in Verkko-Vinkki. It can be translated as online advice. We have been working since the beginning of 2018. We're a two-person team funded by the Ministry of Social Affairs and Health. We have 3 focus points: the online harm reduction health counseling service. We do brochures about harm reduction, safer injecting, overdose prevention and hepatitis C, and we also do hepatitis C work specifically. We host or we coordinate our expert group here in Helsinki area, and we give information to people who are at risk of infection. So that's our project in a nutshell. Now I will show you the actual website where we work and operate. Okay. The website we're looking at right now is called Torilauta. In English it's marketplace board. It's one of it's the biggest online drug marketplace in Finland currently. It has been running for 2 years, and during those 2 years it has gotten 3.7 million messages already. So it makes every day for 2 years there's been over 5,000 messages sent on this page. And the form of this page is so that on the left side we can see all the major cities in Finland, and behind this is an area for each city where there are advertisements for drugs. So people sell drugs here, and the way it works is that a person posts an advertisement, and then it usually has a picture and some information about the product, and then there's a nickname on the end of the advertisement, and this nickname is a Vicker nickname. Vicker is an app for person-to-person messaging. It's a private messaging app that looks a bit like this. It's for you can use it on your computer or your phone. People usually use it on their phone, so they just look for the nickname here and send them a message and tell that, okay, I would like to buy, for example, cannabis for 1 gram, and then they organize a meeting somewhere in the physical world. This site doesn't work with cryptocurrency, or there's an area for cryptocurrency specifically, but all these advertisements are meant for like actual physical meetings and doing the transaction with physical money. So, for example, if I wanted to buy this cannabis here, I could tell that, okay, we meet at the side of this museum in 1 hour, and then he would come here and do the transaction. So if we roll this down, we can get to the end of the first page of these advertisements. There's a lot of different drugs. There's cannabis, there's opiates, there's amphetamines, there's psychedelics. All is found here. And okay, now we're in the end of the first page. And if you count it very carefully, you could see that there were 15 advertisements on the first page. And down here we can see that there's 15 pages. So 15 times 15, that makes 225 advertisements. And we can go and see what is the oldest advertisement currently. Do you have any guesses when is the oldest advertisement made on this in Helsinki? If we go to the end and see the oldest advertisement, now it's the 11th day and it's 2 o'clock, and the oldest advertisement has been made this morning at 6 o'clock. So there's over 200 advertisements done today. So that makes it quite a good amount of vendors you can choose from. And that's only in Helsinki. And pretty much the same is true for all the major cities in Finland, at least the biggest ones. So there's also, on this right side, there's different kinds of conversation areas. There's like random conversations about drugs, conversations about drug markets. There's a conversation area for people who want to quit using drugs or use less of drugs, and etc. And there's also an area where you can send messages to the administrators of this page, and it's here. You can send them these PGP encrypted messages, and 1.5 years ago when we were thinking that we want to start doing harm reduction health counseling online, and we thought that this site would be a perfect option for that because the people who use drugs are here. And so we contacted the administrators and sent them a brief introduction who we are and what we would like to do. And already after the first message we sent them, they already created us our own area called Health. And in this Health area we have our own message that is a sticky post. That means that it's always here on the top of the area. And in this message we tell something about ourselves and what kind of questions you can ask us about. You can ask us about drug use and about hepatitis C, and that we work on a harm reduction basis, that we are not here to judge anyone or anything like that. We just want to help people who use drugs to use them more safely. And we started this work 1.5 years ago, and now we have gotten about 200 contacts through the site. People send us messages to here, and also to our Vicker accounts. We started using the Vicker also, where people can reach us privately. And there the work we do is, or the conversations we have it's more of this conversational style, where people send us a message and we answer, and then we have this longer conversation. But on this website it's more like people post a question and then we give a very information-rich answer to them, and we usually read quite a lot of research papers for the answers that we give, so that we try to keep the information we share very research-based and very science-based. And what we have also done this year is we have gone to different harm reduction services to give them trainings on Tor Web and this site specifically, and how to use it to reach people who use drugs. And one of the service providers we have introduced here has been actually Dopinglinkki, and they, with our help, they started their health counseling service here in the area where PEDs are sold. I can show you the Dopinglinkki's area that is right here. They also they started their work this autumn, the 18th of the 8th month, and currently they have 52 messages here. You can, after my presentation, you can ask them as well how they have been able to, or what has been their experience of this work. And we have also introduced a service for sex workers here. They are doing their work in the area where people are looking for and offering sex work, and they have also reported they have started this year as well, and they have reported that they have gotten very good amount of people, or they have reached a good amount of people from here. And we have at A Clinic Foundation a street clinic project as well, and they have ads here on the site, and they have said that many people have come new clients have come to them and told them that they reached them through this site specifically. And yeah, that's the kind of work or where we do our work and what kind of work we do. You might be interested what kind of questions we get. We get different kinds of questions about combining different drugs, or if a person is using a medication, if it's suitable for them to use a certain drug, or people might want to use less of a drug or quit using drugs, so they ask advice for that. They might be, for example, daily smokers of cannabis, or they've been using benzodiazepines for a long time and they are looking for advice how to quit. And then there's also people who are injecting and they might have an infection and they're asking should they go to see a doctor, or they might be asking about the opening hours of needle exchange places and stuff like that. And also questions about hepatitis C and the new treatments with DAA medication. Yeah.